you?
John from Charlotte.
Nice to meet
All
you,
right.
sir.
Hey, how are you?
How are you,
Looking
sir?
snappy.
I'm trying my best.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Brooks Brothers shirt. Nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Ralph Lauren tie.
Wow.
Exactly.
Sean, can you just say your name
Very
for me?
nice.
Sean O'Connell from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Anytime you're ready.
Right out the bag. Literally, just opened it
Exactly.
up today. So
Wow.
I'm
Looks
glad it
good.
Looks okay.
Yes.
Thank you very
Perfect.
much. All right. So one of the themes that I found really interesting about the film was accepting your limitations, whether it's growing older or having a staff that might not be up to snuff. As actors, I'm really curious as to whether you guys let yourselves recognize what your limitations might be, and whether that dictates what projects you're going to choose.
Well, do you want to take the first?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm really good at recognizing my limitations.
Yeah, I guess you
I
would.
think most of the time I get paid for going beyond my limitations.
Right.
So yeah, that doesn't figure into. I'm willing to do whatever. So
Are you
and
still waiting to find your limitations, maybe?
no, I don't care if I ever find them.
Okay.
But I mean, just being on the set with Arnold, you know, you've been away for a few years, and I mean, he came back and he went twice as hard as every actor on the set with, you know, just the scenes and the stunts, and I mean, the man got a big gash in his head, and they had to beg him to go to the hospital, and so they finally went, and he was back shooting within an hour.
Right.
So it's a wonderful tone.
Well, I mean, thank you, but I mean, let me tell you, if you start thinking about limitations, I think you're screwed. I mean, it's over. I mean, imagine an athlete who goes to the Olympics thinks about his limitations.
Right.
No, you got to think the opposite. You got to say, you know, the sky is the limit. I'm going to go all out. I will find out where I will fail, but you got to always go to the limit and risk failure, because only when you risk failure, you know how far you can go. If you get intimidated by that and don't want to fail, then you will be frozen and you will never be able to go all out.
Yeah.
So to me, I take any part. It makes no difference how difficult it is, physically demanding it is, acting-wise demanding it is, or whatever it is. I think in the end, you have to make a decision based on what would the audience accept. Because there's certain things that the audience loves you to do, and there's certain things they don't want to see you doing it. They want someone else to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe someone else is better at it, or you know, has more the name for that, and you know, whatever. So I think that the people want to see a traditional kind of an action movie that has a great story, that has great drama, there's some sensitivity there, and some emotional scenes, and the story is well told, but with terrific action, and that's what we have in this movie here in Last Stand. You know, it's a fast-paced movie. It's like the Fast and the Furious with races and chase scenes from the beginning to the end, through cornfields and the roads and through towns and everything like that. It has shootouts, it blow-ups, fight scenes. It has it all,
Right.
and some really good comic relief, where of course Johnny comes in.
I can't wait to see the movie now. Wow.
All right, before they wrap me, I'm in a unique position. I have a 9-year-old son and a 5-year-old son, and this year I'm committed to introducing them to the films of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Where do you think I should start? And maybe tell me, where did you start with Schwarzenegger films?
I started at the beginning. I've been a fan since his first film, all the way through.
Okay.
But I let him.
I'd love to know where you think I should start.
I think that if they're that age, I would start with Twins and with Kindergarten Cop,
Right.
and then slowly move them up to Last Action Hero and to the Terminator, Predator, and Commando movies,
Right.
and so on. So, you know, and I think that probably the Conan movie is the one that I would wait a little bit, because it's you know, it's a sword and sorcery movie.
Right, right,
So
right.
when you deal with swords, then heads come off and arms come off and body parts and hacking away, you know, on the enemy. So that's a little rough to handle. It was an R-rated movie, but it became a classic and people really enjoy it.
Sure.
Especially my line, crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women, and all of this kind of thing. So it became a classic. But I think this is a movie
Right.
that they can see, because even though it is an action-packed movie, but it's a funny movie, and you know, it's not as intense, you know, and we don't, you know, get into the minute details of what happens to the body parts and stuff like that. You know, we try to stay away from that a little bit, but it's a very fast, explosive movie.
Very nice. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
I really appreciate it.
Good.